Hello and welcome to another Porter's Transformers review. Now I haven't done a Transformers review in a while, but I figured since I've been waiting for the new Prime set to come out, I might as well go ahead and review them for my viewers. So first off, packaging. It's packaging. It's plastic and cardboard. Yeah, I do like the new colors though. I do like the picture. The character art's pretty cool. I like the lightning. It is level 2, which never means anything to me. Wheeljack, Cliptripper, Soundwave on the bottom, and then Bumblebee, and then a bio, and then Series 1, number 1, Socks, number 1, and then stats, and that's it. If you hear any background noise, it's probably my sister talking on the phone. I can hear. I don't know if you guys can. Also snap-on blasters, which don't really snap on as much as plug into, but yeah, they're blasters, and they're both the same. So yeah, it has pretty good detail on it, a 5mm peg, but that do have some nice detail on it. There's a peg hole here on the top. You can put one on top of the other here, and then Bumblebee has a peg hole on his engine block, and you just put it on there. I actually like the way that looks. Usually I don't like the guns being on the vehicle mode like this, but I actually don't mind it. I think because these guns look, I really do like these blasters, and the fact that they don't really look all that far from an engine for some reason to me. Big pipes of exhaust, and they can shoot you. That's pretty cool, and it does kind of keep this flap from moving out. So, but yeah, and I did do a mod to this. Mr. Fan Wink on YouTube has provided a little mod video. So check that out. So, minimize this. See? This video right here, that's what helped this figure to not be as weird as it initially was. Because it was kind of weird. This figure was pretty strange to me when I first had it. And after a while, after fixing and transforming it a couple of times, he's not as bad as I initially thought, but he's still not the best, and I think he's the weakest figure out of the first wave of 4 figures with Cliptripper, Wheeljack, and Soundwave. But yeah, and the figure's dead because his hood piece and his doors are translucent plastic with yellow painted on them. And everything else is molded in yellow, and you will see that color change, which doesn't bother me all that much. If I don't look directly at it, I don't see as much. Peripheral vision. Peripheral? I don't think that's what he said. Then, and because of the joint there, the transformation, there's a gray square. It isn't completely terrible, except I don't like it there. It's just I'm surprised I'm not really surprised they didn't paint it, but wondering why it wasn't molded, but whatever. Display mode's in robot mode anyway, but I do like the headlights, and they do got some nice detail behind them, so that's cool. It's got a grill, I don't know, brake lights maybe? I don't know, fog lights. Extra lights for lighting. And if you can see through that translucent plastic in his window, it doesn't really have any kibble. I mean, you can see like through the other one and through the other one. It kind of looks like there's molded in there when it's all compressed. So it's like seats and not really all that much robot junk. So it kind of gives a lot of depth to the figure, which I do like. Now, I don't have any of the first edition Transformers figures for Transformers Prime, so I didn't really go hunting for those all that much. So I figured that, the retail stuff would just come out anyway. And lo and behold, the time I actually do go to Toys R Us, they don't even have any. They just have all the retail Cyberverse Legion Class Wave 1 figures, which I did pick up. Yeah, and as you see, there's no taillights, or even silver down there. They're not symbol. So I'm gonna have to do that myself, which is fine. I don't really mind having to do that. I actually like doing that, but sometimes it helps that, they do it to see they went that little bit of extra touch. And I don't think his rims are actually painted in the show. So, what was I saying? I was saying something about, oh yeah, that's right, he has no Autobot symbol at all. Actually, none of the Wave 1 deluxes do. I think that's kind of weird. I like having at least one symbol on the figure. And, the Cyberverse figures have symbols on them, so I don't know. Maybe it's the initial release, maybe, but looks like I have to go to Repo Labels and get more stuff over there. I already have a whole big list of stuff I haven't got from there yet, but yeah. So basically, transforming him, like with every other Bumblebee, well, I'll show you on just side Kibble. It's basically the same kind of Bumblebee you would ever expect. The bottom here makes up the legs, the arms are covered by the doors, and the head's right here and visible. It's kind of the main thing with Bumblebee. And the first thing you always do is usually you can open the doors first, which is what I do because they peg in. Well, take your tab right there, and as you can see, there is not that much junk in there. There is quite a bit, but there's some actual room in there, so that's nice. Next thing you do is just take this bottom panel, which is his arms. I rotate them out, and actually don't rotate them out that far because he'll start turning. This is automorph thing, which initially is kind of weird, and I wish they hadn't done it, because I kind of like transforming it on my own, but it's not entirely too bad, and I do like the way it works. Well, I do like the resulting look that that is pulled off. But I wish it'd be nice if they could have done something else. Unplug that from the legs, and you just wanna, you wanna fold that out, but you wanna also fold out the hood, and then fold that down, and just keep that there. And then unpeg the waist from there, come to the feet, and basically just extend out the feet, flatten the toes, split the legs, and then basically all that's left that you gotta do is the automorph to transform the rest of the figure. So, let's see the automorph. You just take these wheel pieces and just go like this. Oh yeah, it's like half of his whole entire transformation is just this, and then you gotta like move the hood piece back out of the way while you're doing this, and see, and that's the problem. This does lock in place after a while. Make sure his abdomen's forward. And then once you do the mod, you can put that back as far as you can. Then this, see that little rectangular peg right here? There's a translucent little bar from the hood piece that can actually fit in there and kind of keep that stay, because it doesn't really peg in anything. And basically you're done here. That's Bumblebee in his roulette mode. And he looks cool-ish. I do think his shoulders are too low. That's really the only thing. The rest of the figure is pretty cool. Just his shoulders are too low, and they go forward and back, and they go out, and they got swivel, and they got bicep with ratchets for some reason. It's on a ratchet. That's it. No no wrist or anything. His hips on a ball joint swivel, knees, the feet go forward and back because I transform them. And his head is on a pretty free range ball joint, so you can get some good poses of him looking at things. And these rectangular holes here you can peg in the guns, which have a circular peg, and then the holes on top of the guns have a hexagon peg. So he's all geometrical, pretty geometrical. But they fit in his arms just fine. That's cool though. He comes with two now. First edition one only came with one, so having him show accurate with two. You know, after a while, this figure did grow on me. So I mean, he's fairly slim actually. His backpack's not all that big. I mean, yeah, he's got this flap behind his head, but I mean, that's okay. I don't really mind that much. I wish it wasn't. I wish I could fold it down, but I mean, you can't. So I'm not gonna sit here and get all upset about it. You know, he doesn't have a waist joint though, which is. This is Bumblebee. This is basically Transformers mascot now. Why doesn't he have a? You can at least make him like one of the most articulated, or at least on par with the other ones. But no, he doesn't. He doesn't have a waist joint. That's really the only thing he's really missing. That and wrist swivels. And nice if his arms were higher, but they're not. So meh. But it's just he doesn't have a Autobot symbol. He needs one right there in the middle of his chest, but he doesn't have one. Cyberverse 1. See that red thing there? That's an Autobot symbol. Come on. He's more money. Why? I mean, I'm gonna fix him with replica labels anyway. Just slap a symbol on him, but oh, I don't know. They got their prime Bumblebee. I sure hope they don't really try to make all that many more Bumblebees, because I'm not really getting sick of Bumblebee. I'm just getting sick of Bumblebees that could be better, you know. Kind of want like a Bumblebee which just really wows me, you know. And I do have quite a few Bumblebees, and this one is a really cool figure, and I really do like it. Just giving my honest opinion here. But there you go, Transformers Prime Deluxe Class Bumblebee, and I'd probably recommend him if he was on sale, or you really like Bumblebee, or you somehow want this over the first edition, which I think the first edition one is better as a transforming figure, but he's probably better as a toy. But I mean, it's entirely up to you. First edition is though considerably more expensive because they are cancelled here in the United States now. So good luck finding that. If you can find it for a good price, I get that first edition. But if you can't, give him a chance. I mean, keep the receipt, and you pretty much can always return him if you have the receipt and original packaging and all that. So I'd keep all of his original packaging, not completely butcher the packaging when you open it, if you open it, and keep the receipt in a place that you won't lose it. And if it grows on you, keep it. If you end up not liking him a week or two later, receipt doesn't expire, you can take him back and get somebody else. I'm probably gonna keep him just because would like to have all the show accurate characters, and I do actually like him more enough not to return him. But as I said, you know, not all that bad. Better than I thought, but still, nah. I could done without that. But yeah, this review's over now. I'm starting to ramble. Yeah, Transformers Prime Deluxe Class Bumblebee.